Greetings, family, and welcome to Dr. Mumbi Spirituals. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. Do you find yourself sometimes waking up in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. and you can't go back to sleep no matter how much you try? Well, that is not happening by accident. What is happening is that your ancestors and your spiritual team are actually awakening you so that you can do some work. They usually call 3 a.m. the witching hour because a lot of witches and warlocks use that time to make a lot of their petitions to their God. You see, at around 2, 3 a.m., there's very little activity very little mental activity, soul activity, emotional activity, and there's fewer frequencies in the area code where you're living, which makes it the most ideal time to commune with the Most High, to commune with your ancestors, to get messages from the heavenlies, to get, to process things in your own mind and in your own spirit. And this is often why it is a good idea to make it a habit to wake up between midnight and 5 a.m. for your prayer works and your spiritual works. But if you are already being awoken at these times, it's because there's some spiritual work for you to do. Either your spirit, your spiritual team, your guardian angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, the Most High, have a particular message for you, or they want to help you alchemize something or heal something. That's one of the main reasons. But the other reason is because they want you to be awake so that you can avoid certain attacks when you're sleeping. Because a lot of witches and warlocks, a lot of the enemies of our souls love to use 3 a.m., love to attack people in their sleep. Let me say that. Because when you're asleep, your soul travels, family, to other worlds, to other realities, back to your spiritual home. And so it is easier for your body or your 3D life to be ambushed. And what they like to do is they like to either like feed you in your sleep or try and direct your dreams and then erase them, because there's a lot that happens at night that manifests during the day. And this is when they like to already manifest problems for you in the upcoming day and stuff like that. So a lot of times our guardian angels will awaken us at certain times, especially during seasons of intense warfare. They'll awaken us so that, because once we're awakened, we're aware, and we're conscious, we're no longer in the unconscious realms. Those things, they can't plant things into our dream life. They can't plant things into our astral life. It's literally impossible. But whatever the reason, whether it's because the Most High wants to commune with you, whether it's because you're experiencing an attack, whether it's because you need to do some spiritual work or some prayer work, and that is the most ideal time, whatever it is, you must learn to cultivate that family. So the immediate kind of intuitive reaction when you're woken up in the middle of the night is to try and go back to sleep or to reach for your phone. Please don't, because this is such a sacred time. You have so much power. Please watch also the video I just did on your first breath. Your voice and everything has power. Even the universe, there's less static around the world. So before you grab your phone or whatever, take the first minutes to even just give gratitude, to say a prayer, and whatever your rituals are, whether it's to I always wake up and light a incense, and sometimes when I'm struggling to wake up, I've realized if I wake up and brush my teeth, even at that 3 a.m., it's like my body will be completely awake. So these are the things I do. And then sometimes just sit there and listen to the Most High. Write out your affirmations, dream about the life that you want, and speak it as well. So for me, usually when I've been awakened at such a time, I've often, like recently, especially since we've been having this revolution in Kenya, I've been waking up between 1 and 2 a.m. every night, and I'm not able to go back to sleep till like 4 a.m. And I know it's because there's intense warfare in the air. There's intense warfare in the atmosphere, and some may be directed at me, some may be directed just at us as a community who want to liberate Kenya. And so even if you may find that you're not motivated even to maybe to pray or anything, just sitting in that space, just being awake, and if you must watch something online, make sure it's uplifting and powerful. Just being awake, family, does a lot, because we're fighting on so many dimensions right now. And we wage war not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness all around us. But the most important thing I can say, when you wake up, ask your guardian angels, ask the Most High, what do they want? What do they have to share with you? Why have they awakened you? And sometimes you don't even have to ask that night. Because when I started waking up these last couple of weeks at like 1 a.m., I finally asked during the day, I asked the question to my spirit guides, like, why do I keep waking up at 1 a.m.? And then as I was continuing about my business, I heard like a message drop into my spirit that there's incredible warfare and there's a lot of like evil eye. As I'm putting out these messages, there's a lot of people with goodwill, but there's also a lot of people with hate in their hearts. And so that energy has to be alchemized. And the best time to do it is in the middle of the night. You know, family, something we're not told is that our ancestors actually lived what we would consider an upside down life. During the day, they used to chill. That's when they did their philosophy and fun times and excursions and enjoying themselves and maybe, yeah, planting food and all this stuff. But most of their like life was lived at night. Like most of their activities happened at night. And you might say, no, but how did they see things in the dark, family? A big lie we're told is that we can't see in the dark, but that's something I'll have to talk about in a future episode. So whenever you get woken up in the middle of the night, family, that is the best time to pray. That is the best time to make your petitions. That is also the best time to offer gratitude to the universe, the Most High, and your guardian angels for your life. That is the time when the channels are the most clear and your messages, your petitions to the Most High won't be interfered with by the so-called princes of Persia and princes of darkness. Stay uplifted.